Have you ever tried to manifest more money, or maybe even try to make the law of attraction work for you, work in your favor so you can start attracting more money, more wealth, more prosperity, only to realize that what you're trying is simply not giving you the results that you want. It's simply not working. It seems like you're attracting a whole lot of things that you don't want, but not the things that you need, which, well, money. We all need money, right? And you see, the most important thing that is blocking more money to come into your life, it's not that you're doing something wrong in per se. It's because there are certain blocks that you may hold within you that is actually keeping money at arm's length. And so many people are trying to make the law of attraction work. And I just want you to know the law of attraction is working, because you are attracting every single day all that you have in your life, all the things that you don't quite have, you all attracted. So you're actually an amazing manifester. You are making the law of attraction work. However, if you are having those blocks to money, success, abundance, prosperity, and wealth, then you are attracting a whole lot of the things that you don't want. You're attracting a whole lot of lack and limitation rather than abundance and prosperity. Now, in today's video, I want to share with you the 10 key things, the 10 most common money blocks that are really keeping money, prosperity, and abundance at arm's length, or maybe even far outside of your reach. And I also want to share with you what you can do to start uncovering your money blocks, so you can start doing something about it, so you can start healing and releasing and cutting the cords to those money blocks, so you can start opening the doors and really aligning yourself to the energy of abundance, so you can actually make the most out of the law of attraction and start attracting the things that you do want rather than the things you don't want. So stay tuned. Hello there, beautiful soul. I'm Kay Sanders, transformational coach and divine messenger, here to help amazing people who are on their spiritual awakening journey to awaken more gracefully, so they can awaken to their power within and step into their power and create more success, abundance, and freedom in their life, all while making bigger impact in the world. And I want to invite you, if you're new to this channel and if this really speaks to you, then I want to invite you, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release new content. But in today's video, I really want to take some time to talk about those 10 most common money blocks. Because if you do have blocks to money, and most of the time, you're not even aware that you have those blocks. But if you find yourself in somewhat of a financial roller coaster where you have money coming in, but before you even had a chance to experience it or to be grateful for it, you have bills coming in, things happen, and all of a sudden you're right back where you were before. Or it's just never enough. You feel like you're working so hard, but nothing that you do, your bills, you're worrying about your bills each and every month, or you just barely have enough just to cover your bills. But then whenever you want to buy something nice for you, well, you can't because you don't have the money. If you're experiencing those type of financial challenges, then you most likely have some blocks to money, those internal blocks that keep money far outside of your reach, or just barely lets enough in so your needs are met, but nothing more than that. And especially if you're in need of money, if you need to pay your bills, well, we all do, right? The problem with that is it keeps you actually in the energy of lack and limitation, and then that's where the law of attraction kicks in, because you're attracting more of the same, because you are in the energy of lack and limitation, and that's what you're sending out, that's what you get back. So today I really want to take some time to go over those 10 most common blocks to money that I've seen in myself before, that I had to work through, but I also see it in my clients that we need to work through as well, that really keeps them struggling financially and never really getting to that point where money just flows easily. And like I said, I also want to share with you some tips on what you can do to start uncovering what's going on in your life. What are some of the blocks that you may have to money and abundance, prosperity, so you can start doing something about it. Because I truly believe that with awareness comes the power of choice. And the more aware you can become about the blocks that you have to money, the easier it will be for you then to do something about it. Because if you're realizing that maybe some of your habits are in the energy of lack and limitation, then you can do something about it. But let me share those 10 most common blocks to money with you real quick so you can maybe realize, and I want to invite you, pay attention to how whatever I'm sharing with you feels within. What does it bring up within you? Maybe you have some thoughts, some memories, some emotions, maybe you're being triggered or whatnot. I want to invite you, if you have a pen and paper handy, write it down as well, because that gives you some good insights into what you may choose to work on. So the first money block that I want to touch on is that I'm not good enough. That is one thing that so many people are challenged with, that I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not good enough to make more money. I'm not good enough to start a business. I'm not good enough to make a bigger impact. This whole I'm not good enough holds so many people back from experiencing that financial abundance. Especially I see it often in the entrepreneurial world, where a lot of people are really then stuck in, well, I need more certification before I can charge more. I need this and I need that. I need education. And there's always that need to be better in order to be compensated for the work that they do. But even if you're looking in the work environment, you get paid by your title, by your resume, how good you are, right? So society also teaches us that we get paid based on how good we are, right? So that ingrains the belief, well, I'm not good enough. If I'm not making a 6-figure income, then I'm not good enough yet. I need to learn more. So this whole I'm not good enough is actually a money block. The second money block is I don't deserve. And this is usually so deeply rooted, because you probably say, okay, of course I deserve to make more money. But usually there's something deep within us, within you, that may trigger that sense of I don't deserve to be wealthy, to be successful, or anything like that. It's also kind of in conjunction with maybe somewhat of a self-punishment. And I just want you to know is that all that stuff is happening deep within. It's happening on a subconscious level that you're not even aware of. Maybe you feel bad about something that happened in the past that triggers this whole I don't deserve it. Or maybe even past life situations as well. Now, money blocks are not always just this lifetime. I've seen it many times with clients when it's actually past lives, that they have certain beliefs ingrained in them, or it's like ancestral ties as well, or certain soul contracts, karmic cords that are still attached to them as it relates to money. So this whole not deserving could quite potentially have something to do with past lives as well. But also maybe in this lifetime, maybe as a child you were told that you don't deserve something because you were bad. I mean, how many times have your parents told you that, oh no, you don't deserve that because you didn't earn that. You were just bad. You don't get to have that. So early on, we also are being ingrained that we need to earn something. We have to deserve something. This also keeps money at arm's length. And then the third one is negative assumptions about rich people and success. Now, I'm pretty sure you've heard the term money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are evil. It's those kind of assumptions which can also cause you to resist becoming financially abundant, financially successful, or even wealthy, because maybe there's a part within you that worries, well, if I become rich, maybe I turn into an evil person. Now, I do want you to know though, and I know it sounds stupid in a way, because you have a choice of how you show up in the world, who you would desire to be. But if there's a part within you that believes in those things that society teaches us, that money doesn't grow on trees, that rich people are evil. I mean, just turn on the news or watch a movie about rich people. They're usually portrayed as snobby, kind of evil, not really a nice person. So all of those negative misconceptions about money, wealth, and prosperity and abundance is also deeply ingrained in us from early on, right? I remember as a child, I've heard things about, money doesn't grow on trees. I've actually had an uncle who was rather wealthy, and as a child I experienced, well, as a successful entrepreneur, well, there are certain sacrifices. You having that kind of status comes with certain consequences, good and bad. So I learned early on that rich people, and actually my aunt, she was kind of like looking down on me all the time, or down on other people that were not as wealthy as they were. So I learned, what, rich people are evil. She wasn't evil, but she was not, felt like she was above us. So as a child, I did not have such a good experience as it related to money. So you may too have experienced something similar around that as it relates to rich people and making a lot of money and those type of things. So having those negative assumptions around money also is a money block. Also keeps money quite far outside of your reach. And then the fourth one is the fear of success. And that is actually quite real. And I've seen it a lot also in our entrepreneur world, because the more successful you become, there are consequences. Just like what I shared with you just now about my uncle, like his wealth, there were consequences. So having that fear of success, because when you become successful, that can be in business, that can be in a career, then people have expectations of you, different kind of expectations. You have greater responsibilities, and just that fear of what happens, and it's like the unknown. What happens when I become successful? What happens when I make a lot of money? Because, well, when you make more money, your lifestyle is going to change, right? And then what if something happened and all of a sudden you lose everything? You know, the more you have, the more you can lose. So this fear of success also very real, but also puts a hard stop to you making more money. And then the fifth money block, the fifth most common money block, is having the belief that it requires hard work and sacrifice. Like what I just shared with you, I learned when I was younger that having that kind of lifestyle required sacrifice, because my uncle was always working. He didn't have much time. I mean, he was literally a workaholic. And you even see it like when you're watching TV, when you're watching movies, and maybe you even experience it too. Maybe you have entrepreneurial friends, or even someone that is in a higher career. They tend to work a lot. I mean, management, they have to work sometimes 60 hours. So this whole belief that there are sacrifices and that it requires a lot of hard work also can be a block to money. Now, I just want you to know that it can be easy to make more money. When you allow yourself to be in the flow, you don't have to work crazy hours. I used to be there too, where I worked my 16 hours each and every day building my business, until I realized that I don't like that. And the thing is, when you are in lack and limitation, when you're in this hard work energy, it also actually sends out a completely different signal. Because if you're in the belief that it requires sacrifice, well, sacrifice is a negative kind of term, right? It doesn't make you feel good when you think about sacrifice. So guess what signal you're sending out? And if we're talking about law of attraction, you attract what you're an energetic match to. So if you're in the energy of sacrifice and hard work, you cannot attract abundance. That's why law of attraction doesn't work for so many people, is because they're sending out the wrong signal. So if you feel that becoming wealthy and rich, and or just having that financial freedom, having a life where you don't have to worry about your bills, where you have more than enough each and every month to cover your bills and extra, so you can maybe enjoy life a little bit, maybe go on a little vacation, buy something that you would like to have. If you feel that that kind of lifestyle requires sacrifices, you're also putting a hard stop to it right there. So, but let me move on. The sixth most common money block is having the belief that it's selfish or greedy to have more, especially if others are not so fortunate. And I see it a lot in, us empaths and light workers. We have this big heart. We get upset when we see someone suffer. We want to help them. But also this whole belief that if I become successful and rich and wealthy, yes, I might be able to help someone else, but I would feel greedy. Maybe I just should settle for just having just barely enough, because others are so, misfortunate. So why should I have more? So just having that feeling of it's greedy or selfish to have more also is a big, big money block that really stops everything, every abundance to come to you as well. Then the next one is, I'm not worthy. Oh my God, this is one thing that I've heard so many times. Like, not so much people saying that, but just how people show up. It's like not worthy to make a big impact, not worthy of having more or creating that success, making an impact. it also goes back to not deserving. These things, worthy and deserving, it's really something so deeply ingrained. Going back to when you were a child, maybe you were told that you can't have this, you're not good enough for that. Well, that also goes back to I'm not worthy to have that. And it really goes back, and I don't know if you've ever heard the term, your self-worth is reflected in your net worth. And so many people, they don't necessarily value themselves. They don't see the worth that they bring to the world, the value that they bring to the world. So not feeling worthy to have success, to make an impact, maybe seeing yourself as this tiny little light that, who am I to make an impact? Those type of things also blocks money from coming to you. And another belief is that you can't make a lot of money doing something that you love, especially something that you're so deeply passionate about. Maybe you're a healer or an empath, a light worker or a psychic, or anyone that has those special gifts, these God-given gifts, where you can truly make an immense impact. And maybe you're not even there yet, but you just know that one day you will. And you would like to maybe make a career out of it, really make money doing something that you love. That too is something that a lot of people are struggling with, that I can't do something, that I can't become rich or wealthy doing something that I love. It goes back to the whole sacrifice, right? It's all connected, it's all interconnected, but also keeps money at arm's length, or even far outside of your reach. And then another one is making money is hard. If you're looking at your bank account, if you're looking at the stack of bills that you have, and you're realizing, well, making money is hard. The bills keep piling up, stuff keeps happening. I don't even have enough money coming into the bank account, but I have so many bills that are coming in. And you may believe that making money is hard. Let's say you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to get clients, and it's just so hard to attract clients, to get people to buy from you, to get people to see the value in what you do. Teaches you making money is hard. Also, let's say you're in a career and you want to make more money. Let's say you are minimum wage and it feels so hard to just barely get by, or to move up in your position, to get a better paying job. It's so hard. You need all these qualifications. Goes back to you're not good enough. You're not deserving to have a better job. It's society teaches us to believe in lack and limitation. It's that simple, right? It all affects how we manifest money, how easy or how hard. And the 10th most common block that I see often that people have to money is that it's not spiritual to be rich. You can't be rich and you can't be spiritual. Especially, like I said, in the spiritual community, the light workers, the healers, the empath. We have these God-given gifts, right? We have come here for a bigger purpose. We are meant to make an impact. And many are struggling with the whole fact that I can't be rich and I can't and spiritual. It's just not spiritual to be rich. I hope by now you have realized that a lot of the things that I just shared with you, or basically every one of those 10 most common money blocks, if you have any of them, you may want to assess a little bit more, because all of those things I just shared with you, these are blocks to money. They keep you in the energy of lack and limitation. And going back to law of attraction, you attract what you're an energetic match to. So if you're always in lack and limitation, you cannot attract abundance, because it's a higher vibration, it's a higher frequency. So you have to move up the ladder, so to speak. You have to raise your frequency, you have to raise your vibration to be an energetic match to abundance, prosperity, riches, wealth, those type of things. So you're already attracting. Every single day you're attracting based on what the signal you're sending out. So if you have a lot of those beliefs that I just mentioned, and that's just the smallest, that's just the 10 most common one. The list goes on and on and on and on. It's a lot of the stuff that we feel within, the beliefs that we have, the habits that we have. You can think about, how do you react when you get a bill in the mail? Do you kind of flinch like, I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm just going to put it aside. I'll worry about it when the due date is coming close. Or do you say, okay, well, there's another bill. Even though I don't maybe have the money right now, I'm not quite sure where the money is going to come from, but hey, I know I'll be safe. I know the money will come. You see, how you react to those situations also tells a big story of what's going on within you. If you freak out when you have, when something happens, let's say your car breaks down and you know there's going to be a huge bill. If you freak out about it, well, guess what you're telling the universe? I'm in lack, I'm in limitation, bring me more of that because that's what I like. But if you are reacting, or if you're actually responding with ability, you're responding in ways that are to your highest and greatest good, that are in alignment with money, abundance, then you're starting to send out a different signal. But it requires you to really tune in first and uncover what are your behaviors around money, what are your beliefs around money. So this is like the action step I want to invite you to take. Uncover your beliefs around money, how you feel about money, your relationship to money, the experiences that you've had. Like I shared with you about my uncle and my aunt. That is an experience I had early on. I think I was 3-4 years old. So guess what? That was ingrained into my belief, because when we are born, we're a clean slate. We take on beliefs as we're growing up, as we're experiencing certain things. So I learned early on that, well, rich people are evil, there are sacrifices, and all of those things, right? So you want to uncover as much as you can about your relationship to money, how you feel about it, how you think about money. That gives you a good indicator into what's going on right now, because your outer reality is reflected back to you at what you feel within. What you feel within is being shown to you in your life. If you're struggling for money, there's nothing that you're doing outside of you that's causing that. It's something from within, because what you feel within causes you to react a certain way, think a certain way, behave a certain way, and sends out a certain signal. So start within. That's the best thing you can do, is start within. And I want to invite you, please be sure to subscribe to this channel, because I will be releasing a light language healing and activation to really release and clear those money blocks. So now you have the opportunity to kind of dig deeper and uncover what are your money blocks. And then when I release this next video in a few days, then you can come back and then you can tune into that light language to heal and clear whatever money blocks you have uncovered. So right now you have the opportunity to do some inner work. Uncover as much as you can. The more you are aware of what's going on, the easier it will be then for you to do something about it, because with awareness comes the power of choice. Then you can do something about it. And I hope you'll come back whenever I release the next video in this series to help you clear and release your blocks to money. I also want to invite you, if you enjoyed this video so far, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And maybe share it with someone that you can think of that may need to hear this as well. Maybe someone in your family or your friends that is also struggling with money. Share this video with them. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'm pretty sure they would too, because maybe they're unaware of what blocks they do have to money as well. Because like I said, whatever you're experiencing in your life is a mirror reflection of what you feel within, of what's going on deep beneath the surface. So by you uncovering it, that gives you the power to do something about it. I also have a video that I want to share with you right now as well. It's an abundance activation that I just recently released as well. It's a light language activation to activate abundance within. Now, the thing is with the money blocks and whatnot, yes, we do need to clear it, but we also need to activate that abundance within us. So I highly recommend take a listen to that video. The link is in the description. I think you're going to love it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope I was able to give you some insights into what's going on with your money blocks or whatnot. I hope you're going to join me in the next video. And like I said, please also be sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss the next video in this abundance series. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, make an amazing, abundant, successful day. Namaste.